no money, that's an asshole. It wasn't a phase.
Welcome back to the Senior Citizen Podcast with a very special rehab episode. We are here with Romantic Rehab.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's amazing.
How you guys doing today?
Doing good.
We're doing good.
Yeah. It's raining today.
And nothing like
Pretty,
Florida.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day in Florida, guys.
I love it that everyone's mentioned the weather. So I changed shirts, but everybody could tell it's the same day.
Yeah.
Like that one day that it rained. But yeah, I want to hear a little bit about the band, how you guys got together, where you guys know each other from.
Yeah, so we started the band originally in 2018 with me, Roger, and his brother and his other brother. We were a pop punk band for a little bit.
Pop punk's my favorite subgenre in here, so I'm kind of upset that it's not a pop punk band.
Yeah, but we were a pop punk band, then we went into the pandemic, and then it was nothing for the longest time, and we ended up disbanding. But recently, in the last couple of months, we got our lovely new singer and our drummer and started making a mix of hardcore, metal, new metal, and we just like to mix it up, and we're actually doing pretty good in the local scene. We're going to be hosting our first show, so we've been just nothing but up for it right now. So it's been interesting.
Yeah, so funny story about how I joined the band. I was at MDC, right? And then we were in this psychology for success class. And then I tell the teacher, because we're talking about like success and all that. And then I say, what if my goal doesn't have a time, like a time limit? And then she said, what is it? And then I said, I want to be a drummer. And then the singer, funny enough, sat like behind me the whole semester. And then he ended up inviting me to the tryouts. And that's how I joined. It was crazy, actually, because I was looking for a band for a few months. And then I don't know where it just came about.
You just reminded me how much I hate SMART goals. I'm not putting a time limit on this. It'll get done when it gets done.
Gives anxiety.
Yeah, same. Like, and then it's just like you're racing towards a deadline, and you might do like a half-ass job. Like, what if you put a time limit and then you joined a band you didn't really like?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of the bands.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Happens a lot.
Yeah.
Happens quite a bit.
How did you guys come along?
Well, a friend of mine actually hit me up because I was in another band. We were doing alternative indie rock, and he was telling me, yo, I know this guy. He plays lead guitar. And I was like, oh, funny story. His name's also Justin. And
Pick new baby names, please. We got 2 Justins in the room.
you could call me Phoenix.
Hi, Phoenix.
And then he was saying, you know, we should try to join them. You know, they do a little more of the music we like making because I like new metal and like metalcore and all that. So I was like, sure, I'm down, because in the other band we weren't doing much. There was a drought. So I tried out and I got in, and then my friend that was supposed to be the drummer, he didn't show up. It was like a no-show.
Oh, damn. I mean, it was meant for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Destiny.
It was.
And then, yeah, the story about the MDC thing came along, and I was like, oh, that's funny. We need a drummer.
Yeah.
Roger?
Actually, I met Justin when I was in 8th grade, and we were in youth group together. And he started shredding on the guitar. I was like, I want to do that. I need to do that. Actually, before I liked pop punk or anything, I actually was into glam rock and hair metal. So I was like, yo, let's do this. And he's like, no, listen to this. This is better. I'm like, all right, you know what? We'll play and we'll do whatever we want. And so my brothers left because of COVID. They weren't motivated, and we got these 2 guys.
Yeah, bro. Best 2 guys ever, too.
Yeah.
These 2 dudes out of the whole sea of dudes.
Yeah, I would pick these guys any day.
I'll kill for them. I'll kill for them.
So, I love it. I can tell you guys like really get along well, vibe together well.
Yeah.
You guys put in a lot of work. I've noticed it on social media. Like, I always got all eyes open. Congratulations on hosting your first show coming up soon.
Thank
That's
you.
really cool. Marketing. The marketer in me is cheering you on. Tell me about that show. What can we expect from it? And from any other show that you guys, organize?
Definitely, we're going to be having some new songs in that set. We're actually going to be shooting parts of a music video at that show. So it's going to be absolute madness. Can I make a senior citizen podcast only type announcement?
Of course. This is going to be out sometime in August.
All right, perfect.
But before the 12th, you think, or?
After.
After the
Ooh,
12th?
That's not bad.
Okay.
All right, so, but it's fine. But we're going to be having pool noodles. Throw that in the pit for one of our songs, get some footage of that, and throw that in a music video and a bunch of other stuff, too. So it's going to be a party.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a straight party.
I love it because Surf Rock does like the beach balls.
Yeah.
So you guys
yeah,
are just
I've
throwing
seen that,
pool
yeah.
noodles out there.
Yeah. Balloons, too.
Balloons.
Balloons, too. Yeah, balloons are
Who's
great.
going to be blowing those? I can't.
Does it make anybody else nervous when balloons like pop? Like, yeah, it
No,
gives me anxiety again.
No, I used to be in Chicago a lot.
Oh.
Every time I hear balloons, I'm like,
Welcome to the USA, baby, because that's everywhere now. Musically, what's next for you guys? What do you have coming up?
Musically, we're trying to do, I would say, before we've kind of stuck to like new metal style, but lately we've trying to do more kind of mellow. I wouldn't say love song necessarily, but a lot more mellow style songs.
like that post-hardcore
Yeah,
type.
post-hardcore, like mall screamo, like emo back then. That's what they would call
Old
it.
school,
Like
Sleeping
Kyoto,
with Sirens.
Silverstein. That's one of my biggest.
That's my favorite
inspirations.
band, actually.
Sleeping with Sirens.
Yeah.
I love
Not
that.
Pierce the Veil.
Not Pearson.
Oh, I love you. I love you. Okay, I got.
We all love Pierce
I
the
love
Veil.
Jaime,
Yeah.
bro.
I love
Jaime's
Kevin.
my G.
Listen, I saw them in the St. Augustine show in a recent tour, and it's like, why does Jaime have to carry the whole like stage presence? Because Homeboy's throwing the bass up in the air, rolling on the ground. I'm like, dude, you're like 40. Doesn't your back hurt? Like,
They said it in an interview, yeah.
but they're lit. I love Pierceville. It's one of my favorite bands.
Yeah, they're great. We love them.
And I love seeing how their sound matured with them, and in such a great way. The Jaws of Life. I had the whole album on repeat the other day. I'm like, I love this. I'm going through a phase. I kept switching through The Jaws of Life and Death of a Piece of Mind by Bad Omens, just back and forth.
that album.
That's a really good album.
Well, I just discovered Bad Omens, so
Me
I'm
too.
going through.
There's
Really?
Yeah.
A few months ago, I heard what's it called? Artificial Suicide.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I love that song.
That's more towards the end of the album, yeah.
Yeah. On TikTok too. That was funny. I heard that on TikTok, and I was like, "Who are these guys?"
Well, I heard Death of a Piece of Mind on TikTok, and I
Yeah.
was like, this sounds lit.
Yeah.
And then I looked it up, and I'm like, this whole album is
Yeah, it's
fucking
really
fire.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All of their albums are. And
Right.
it changes a lot, too.
Yeah, and then I was looking into the older stuff, and I'm like, wow, this is also good. Like, why didn't I listen to this? And then I realized that they formed in like 2015, and I fell out of that kind of stuff in the scene probably around like that time. So, no
They're-
Bad Omens for me.
They're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't say I was into them before they were cool. Though. Hurts my ego a little bit. I want to hear a little bit about you guys' backgrounds individually, because obviously you came together recently, but you know everybody's got their own different adventure through music.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I grew up here in Miami and a little bit everywhere. We moved around a lot, but I always had music to like that always brought me back. My mom used to listen to a lot of Hinder, HIM. I actually have it tattooed on me because that HIM is very close to me, to my heart. So I grew up doing music. At the age of 12, I started playing guitar at a local shop called Ray's Guitar and Gear that is no longer with us. But I started there. My guitar teacher, his name's Angel. I love Angel. I need to find him because I need to show him this. But yeah, I started like that, and over time, just kept building up and got these fellas on, and now we're actually going out and doing some fun stuff. Yeah, man. Pass it
All
to
right.
you.
So I actually started playing drums. I'm the drummer, by the way. I started playing drums like less than a year ago, but in the 6th grade, I picked up the clarinet because I was kind of forced to. I was already in that class. It was either play the clarinet or fail. So, and then I stuck with the clarinet all throughout, maybe until junior year of high school, and then I just didn't find it fun anymore. And then about a year ago, like August maybe, I picked up the drums because I was in an indie band with some friends, and that didn't go anywhere, but I still kept with the drums, and yeah, here I am.
The clarinet thing cracks me up because one of the Gainesville bands, I was like, tell me about your background in music, and he was like, well, I started with the recorder, and I was like, you mean the recorder that everybody plays in 3rd grade? He's like, yeah, everyone starts with the recorder. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, get out of here. It was great though.
Well, at first I didn't really listen to music. I had no taste at all. I didn't like anything. I grew up actually listening to freaking Miami music, like Pitbull, the East Side Boys, all that stuff.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, okay?
For my mom and stuff. And after Bohemian Rhapsody came out, I was like, yo, Queen slaps. John Deacon,
Still does slap.
good bassist. Then Motley Crue The Dirt came out. That's where I got my stage name, Roger 6. And so I'm like, Nikki Six is awesome. I'm gonna play that. Then I met him, and then we're rehab now, and that's how that worked. But definitely, I wanted to first play the piano because Freddie Mercury, the drums because why not? And I just found a bass in my closet for my younger brother. He didn't pick up anymore. When the strings was snapped, I was like, I'll fix this up and just play. And then I'm glad I made that decision, and now I wouldn't be here right now.
That's good.
For me, I always, since I was little, was always introduced by music. When I was younger, my younger uncle, used to listen to a lot of Disturbed. And my aunt would listen to System of a Down, Linkin Park. So I was always into that type of music.
New metal.
Yeah, new metal. So
I didn't know that was
but
branded
I
as
didn't
new
really
metal.
Oh, really?
I didn't really
Kinda,
think
yeah.
about picking up an instrument until like during the pandemic actually, because it was either drums or guitar, because I was influenced by an ex. You know who X is? X.
Sensei. He went to my high school.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I didn't know him personally.
What high school
but
did you go to?
Piper.
Oh yeah. it's
No
like-
way. I have a cousin
That's
that goes
cool.
there.
It's not cool anymore. They got rid of the radio station.
Yeah, surprisingly, I was influenced by rappers to pick up an instrument. But yeah, I was like, I heard the sad music. I also like the old music, but I heard the sad music, and I was like, I want to make music like this, like that influences people, melodic stuff that connects to people. So I picked up a guitar. It was a cheap guitar from like Amazon for $100 because that's all I was able to afford. I picked up the guitar. I had problems with commitment. So like I used to play baseball and basketball, and it wouldn't really work out for me. So, I'm happy. Guitar really helped.
No,
I was yeah.
I'm glad you found your calling. I've said that so many times today. It's like my slogan now. But no, it really genuinely makes me happy that people find what they want to do. Like, the way that the public school system is set up is just so much like you have to go to college and you have to do like a real career or whatever. It's like,
I will
dude.
say picking
like
up
what
a
you say.
guitar really did change me. I was
Yeah.
in a bad spot before
I'm glad to hear
picked
that.
up an instrument.
Is there a story behind your nickname Phoenix, or is it just a name that you like?
No, not really. It's just a stage name.
Just a stage name? You guys got the whole shebang down. I could see that you really put in, thought into it for the
try.
stage
We try.
presence. And it's all cohesive. Except for maybe
Yeah.
Bass Pro Shops over there.
A friend just gave me the hat yesterday. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take it and show him.
It's so Florida. I love it.
Hey, gotta represent.
No, for sure. Yeah, you guys have all different backgrounds, how you came together, but so everybody's kind of self-taught here, if I heard correctly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except him.
Yeah, I
So,
took
yeah.
lessons for a couple of years.
Right.
And it was
So
funny
cool.
because it was in the back of a comic book shop for the longest time.
That's not sketchy. I just took some music lessons in a back alley.
Literally. In West Hialeah, too. So the whole shebang.
Ooh, comic shop in Hialeah. That's never.
It's still open.
What is it? Nowhere?
No, it's called Goblin Comics. I still go there to play D&D because I'm a nerd. Warhammer and D&D, man. That's my bang.
But anyway, what I was getting to is that the public school system likes to push people to go to college to do these things, and it's like then you end up with all this debt and
Oh,
Society
yeah.
too. Maybe not the public education, but society as a whole. Parents
Yeah.
especially.
yeah. I mean,
feel like
in my personal experience, I felt like there was just such a oh, you have to go out of town, you have to move out, you have to, why aren't you going to Orlando or Gainesville or Tallahassee or whatever? And it's like you don't have to go anywhere. I went to FIU because FIU paid me to go. So it was like, let me get a car and track my ass down there. But even then, like at that time in my life, I remember feeling so disappointed in myself. Like, oh, why didn't I move out and do all these things? And now as an adult, I'm like, wow, I don't have any debt.
Yay! And that's why we're going to Miami-Dade. No, but I really agree with that. I went to an art school over in Wynwood. And going from a high school to an art school, I saw a completely different view of that. Because I was in the visual arts program, but I had my hands in the jazz. I had my hands into everything in that school. And I noticed with like society today, especially in the art community, they want you out. Like they were I actually got accepted to a school in Chicago and an art school in Chicago and New York. and they were gonna do full rides for me, but I couldn't take it because everyone pushing for me to go. I was like, this is too much. I'm not even enjoying what I'm doing. So especially like my parents were like, you should do this, you should do that. Like you can have a big career out of this. And at the end of the day, I was like, I'm gonna do that makes me happy, because hey, at the end of the day, it's me, it's my life.
Yeah.
So, and I think a lot of people should know that, or get to understand that it's your own life, it's your path, no one else's. You take you do you. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember having that conversation with my grandma because she took care of me my whole life. I sat down with her. I'm like, Layla, I'm done with school. I don't want to go to college. I don't want to pick up a vocational degree. I just want to do music. It makes me happy. I want to do what I'm happy with. She's like, okay, Roger, just do it. I'll support you. I'll get you this. I'll get you that. Whatever makes you happy, go for it. If you do something that makes you happy, I'm as happy as I could ever be. And I'm like, I'm just glad I'm doing that right now instead of freaking debt up the, you know what.
Yeah.
No, and it's cool that you got that support. As far as the debt goes, I know people who either finished a degree and they're like, I don't like this, so I'm going back to school. And I cannot imagine being mid-20s saying I'm going to go back to do another degree, because no. And people who just flopped around so much, and then there's that extra credit thing. Like when you pass a certain amount of credits, you get charged like credit and a half for each credit.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that how that works?
Yes.
Oh.
So that's why it's like impossible to like switch too late into a degree too. So it's like, how about we just don't figure out what we want to do with the rest of our lives at 18 and,
Yeah.
and take it easy and
Yeah, that's a
not
big
make
one.
huge financial decisions. But that's my soapbox for the day. I'm guessing everybody here had like a senior and emo phase, right? Yeah.
Not really.
I'm going through one.
You're going through
I'm
one?
going through one right
I've
now.
been in
But-
one since 2020, whatever, since my sister lived with us.
You're too old to get bullied for it now.
Yeah.
We'll bully them for it.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
bully me for it, but
They bully you for it?
oh, a bit.
What are you into now?
Like Kyoto, Silverstein, just like Mall Screamo.
Mall Screamo?
Yeah.
I love how it's its own genre.
Yeah, Mall Screamo is like, now it has a different name. Now it's post-hardcore, but my brother told me that it used to be called Mall Screamo back in the day. So,
When I was back in the day, when I used to listen to stuff like that, although I never went back as far as Chiodos. It was always just like the Sleeping with Sirens, Asking Alexandria, Pierce Veil era.
yeah.
It's a good band. Have you heard of Not Enough Space?
I don't know.
No.
They sound familiar.
They are an Orlando-based band. 2 female vocalists, dirty vocals. They sound like Asking Alexandria.
Really?
They are so lit. Shout out to Not Enough Space. I want you guys on my podcast. Thank you very much.
Shout out to them.
No, I was at a show. Where was I seeing them? Propaganda, I think it was. One of the 2 of them up north.
I love
And they ended a song, and I just screamed, "I love you!" They're like, "Who said that?" I'm like all the way in the back, like, "I'm here." But they're dope. They're super cool. You should definitely check them out if you like Asking Alexandria.
I'm gonna check that out.
I don't know where I was getting to this. Oh, I didn't call it Mall Screamo. It was always post-hardcore for me.
Yeah,
back in
yeah,
the day.
post-hardcore. But Mall Screamo is like, I don't know, because my brother always knew it as Mall Screamo until I called it post-hardcore, and then he said, what is post-hardcore? Because he thought post-hardcore was like Pierce the Veil, and then it is too. But he said the band's that, he knew it as Mall Screamo. I'm not sure why, but...
Because that was also the era of the mall phases.
Yeah.
I used to be at Sawgrass every Friday night, hanging out, doing nonsense, for no reason. But that was like the meetup spot, so I guess that's why I got the name the Mall Screamo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the mall goth.
It was like the mall goth. It was the new era of it. But yeah, Mall Screamo. Yeah. I asked you guys musically what's coming up, right?
Yeah.
I asked you guys what's coming up musically.
yeah.
New stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing relatively soon. No dates yet or anything, right?
No dates.
No.
Just come to our shows. You'll definitely hear it. Maybe by the time this comes out, might be announcing, but we don't know. But we're definitely thinking of recording a couple of songs, for sure, either at home or even at a studio.
After hearing all of you guys' like music taste, I'm excited to hear it. It's like I think this is right up my alley. I want to bring up the Reddit post situation. I don't know if you guys watch our show, but we
do.
usually try to pull up a Reddit post at the end for people to, for us to give advice to strangers on the internet. By the way, that's a meme that I found while I was looking for these posts, and it's pretty good.
What's the caption under it? Or there is no caption.
Oh, I just screenshotted it by himself, but I think it was just somebody showing their cat because I'm subscribed to like every cat Reddit under the sun.
I do not blame you. My Instagram is full. Have you seen Cat Metal?
No.
Oh my, it's amazing. So they have like a cat yawning and they'll play like Lana Shores in the background. And it's so funny. Like I will scroll through that all day.
I get a lot of kitten videos, but like sweet ones, like not metal related. And then on Reddit, one of my favorite ones is the Cats Who Smoke Reddit.
I've never seen that.
You've never
Can
seen
you
it?
can you show us?
Yes.
Cats who smoke?
Yes. Cats who smoke. It's just cats that sound like they smoke a pack a day.
Oh,
Like it's
man.
great. Okay, anyways, no. Back to the relationship Reddit. But whoever's not subscribed, Cats Who Smoke, it's great. Since it's after hours, went into the spicier one.
Okay.
This is perfect. It's right up our alley. Y'all heard what was going on over there. Y'all haven't heard Romantic Rehab yet.
My 24 male girlfriend, 23 female, just revealed to me. So this is the guy writing the post about his girlfriend. Revealed to me that her sex life is usually the best with the guys she doesn't want to settle down with. We have been together for 8 months, and during the whole relationship, the sex has been less than stellar. We do it less, and the quality's not the best. She says she doesn't feel the urge to have sex with me, and the connection is just not there. And to be honest, I've never had this issue before. We love each other, and we believe we can improve. All my past relationships, the sex has always been good, but with her, it's just lacks intimacy, and it feels robotic. They were talking about how to make it better, and she mentioned that her past 2 serious relationships were basically sexless.
That the females or the males?
The male.
Oh, the male.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, the female.
Okay.
The female. The girl's the one that has the problem. So basically,
Okay.
she just thinks that she cannot have good sex with somebody who she wants to settle down with.
That sounds
The guys-
familiar. Sorry.
So the question is, does that mean she's settling for bad sex because I'm a nice guy?
I would say maybe a bit. I feel like sometimes females or women, I guess, they separate who they want to settle down with and who they find like sexually attractive, I guess you would say. And then I would assume that guy's in the nice guy category, assuming he said that she only has good sex with guys she doesn't want to settle down with.
Yeah.
So they're probably like maybe like assholes or something. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's probably what it sounds like to me.
That sounds like an Opalaka right there.
Yeah.
Nah, I know someone that's I'm not gonna drop names because
No name
I know
drops.
this
No
person.
name-
Not,
yeah,
not
they-
cool.
I know this person's a little close, but they're with someone right now, and I remember him telling me, I'm not turned on by her. I don't know what to do, but I love her, and I told him, I don't know, man. Just suck it up, I guess. Try. I don't know.
An honest opinion on that. I think that guy should do what he wants to do. If that's not working for you, go on your own, man. Like,
Yeah. If he's not
if
happy,
there's no connection, there's no connection. Like, what are you gonna do? Like,
you can't force a connection. It's either there or it's not. You can't
Yeah.
like make one.
Phoenix?
I agree. I agree.
There was a good like comment back on this. It's probably just like she enjoys like the danger of of like a one night stand, but when she knows that something's secure, it's like
I mean,
Eh.
Maybe it ruins like the fun out of it. Maybe.
that's a lot of people, though. A lot of people like to throw in the adventure.
yeah.
They love the possible clap at the end of the day.
Oh man.
is that a bad one?
Too much.
Don't cut that one out. Don't cut
Too
that
much.
one out.
Now that I'm thinking about it, they should do that thing that some boomers do. That's like, oh, go to an establishment and like pretend I don't know you when I walk in.
Oh, I've seen that. Like go to a bar.
Role-playing.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah.
I've seen that and know people that have done that.
Really? Has it worked for them?
It's a mix. It's a solid mix. It either does happen or doesn't happen.
That's what the guy needs to try. If it doesn't work there, I don't know what to tell him. Yeah.
The sad part is that he just like, I didn't read the full thing, but he just sounds so enthusiastic still. Like, I still love her. Like, this is not like means for a breakup. He's just kind of like, did she settle for me? And it's like, dude, you're a nice guy. Relax.
Aw, man.
A nice guy should get someone nice too. It shouldn't be
Yeah.
bad and good, because that's always gonna clash. Like,
agree.
I can name 3 of my exes that are like that.
Wow, we're name dropping up in
Oh,
here.
can I?
No,
Start
no,
over.
we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not.
Start
No, we're
over.
not. No, we're not.
This is romantic rehab. We do not bring up our exes in rehab.
flow.
Yeah?
We
Good
have a
point,
song
good
about
point.
that. So.
Yeah.
You have a song about that?
Yeah.
That's usually the end of it, but I want to know a little bit about you guys' songwriting process before we.
Oh, it's interesting. We usually sometimes we'll make a riff and go by it, or sometimes we'll even just come up with something and eventually like just build, and wapa.
Yeah.
Like we got something.
Yeah, piggybacking on him, we usually do a guitar riff first, and then we just jam along to it. And then if you don't like it, we'll either change the riff or we'll kind of change everything else and then see what works.
But
And
the
then-
riff is kind of the base of everything.
Yeah, riff is kind of the base.
Yeah.
Kind of gives like a tone for what everything else should play.
Yeah.
So
Do lyrics come in last?
No.
It's in between. If
I would say second. It would say guitar riff and then vocals, and then bass and drums kind of adjust to what vocals and guitar are doing,
yeah.
especially vocals.
Sometimes lyrics come in first. I mean, I make lyrics off of emotion, so the new song was an emotion song.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're gonna feel a little bit of what I've been feeling in the
Have
elephant
you
in
had
the
a
room.
chance to sing it live yet or no?
We're gonna
No.
be singing
No.
it our first time live in
August 12th at our first host show.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Because I'm sure that's a fantastic feeling to like get those emotions out there and finally like, you know.
No, it's crazy because we even notice it like when we practice together and then when we play it live, it's completely different. I noticed it with
Definitely.
Phoenix. His emotion in his voice, he'll get down on his knee and fuck. And, he gets down
I'm
on
not
his knee and
proposing.
just screams, and it's like such an emotional like scream. I'm like, I'll be like, there's one song I stand on my amp and I'm like, I hear him, I'm like, damn, okay.
Get it?
No, well, I always remember this. I was standing on my amp and he was screaming. This is at Ginger's, and I'm right next to a PA near my ear, and I just hear this scream, and I'm like, oh my god, that's like amazing. And we'll be practicing and be like, oh yeah, that's pretty good, but live, I don't know what clicks in, but he explodes into this amazing singer, already amazing singer,
Yeah.
but in like an amazing screamer.
I mean, that's what it's all about. You gotta save it for when the time's right.
Yeah, and I'm sure that the adrenaline and seeing the people and everything, and I mean, I don't know what kind of crowds you've played for, but I'm like, if it's an emotional song, I'm like bawling along with whoever. Pierce the Veil actually hit me with the double whammy because they played Hold On Till May and then Emergency Contact. So they expected tears. They should have handed out tissues.
I would have man cried on that one.
A man cry, what's the difference?
It's a solid face, but maybe a little teardrop.
Oh, okay,
two.
okay. Yeah, just a stone face.
Stone faced, for sure.
No,
Or
I
full on
was-
bawling. That can
No,
also
mine's
count.
a stone face, just.
I was sobbing, and when it ended, I'm like, did my makeup run?
That's the real question.
Yeah.
That's me at the end of every show. Did my makeup come off, guys?
No, we're messes after shows.
Yeah.
Sweat in the makeup because
Yeah.
This is nothing. I do my full arm. They're gonna be doing it soon.
Yeah.
So our van outside Maria is actually covered from me in black makeup, and I have a designated seat, and it's covered in black makeup from shows.
Man.
No, but it's fun.
Good stuff. This is your shameless plug moment. I know we've plugged in the August 12th show a couple of times. This is coming out after August 12th. So if there's anything beyond that you want to
Yeah.
Can we do
promote,
3 things?
Yeah. So
promote all you
So
want. It's your
first of
shameless
all,
plug.
shout out to Medicine Room. They're another local Hialeah / Miami band. They got us our first show actually, and we're infinitely grateful.
Yeah, our first out of Miami
Yeah,
show.
our first out of Miami shows. Doomslayer, sorry, got us our very first show.
We love them.
Shout out Doomslayer. And then Medicine Room got us our first out of Miami show. So we're infinitely grateful to both of them for giving us the chance.
And also, First Step Real Estate. First Step Real Estate has
First Step Realty Group.
Realty Group, yeah.
Realty Group, my bad. They have been like helping us from getting us merch and also finding people that would actually create our merch and good quality merch like this.
Like this.
And they've been a big help. Shout out to Kevin for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin from First Step Realty Group.
We love you,
He's great.
Kevin.
We love you, Kev.
Yeah, he gave us a pep talk before coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little motivational speech.
I was gonna cry
gonna
while
say that.
driving.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin. Medicine Room, you're invited on the show anytime you want. We'll
Hi,
be
Vinny.
we'll be on the
What's
lookout.
good, lads?
We'll be on the lookout for everything you guys do, promoting whatever shows you want to play, whatever music you have coming out. Thank you guys so much for coming out. It was a great chat. I
Thank you for
appreciate
having
you.
us.
Likewise,
And-
it was a pleasure.
Great pleasure.
Catch you next time on the Senior Citizen Podcast.
Yeah.
Yep.